shines. So leaning close, the journey starts. A moment of truth, a shifting heart. Together we rise, together we stand. With courage and love, we change the land. Bringing hope, inspiring change. Every voice, every dream, we light the way. With words of power.
Oh, I absolutely love our theme song. Mark, words of power. Words have power. They have such meaning. And you're such a wordsmith. Um, just so glad to be here with you today because you are a voice of hope, my friend. What's going on?
Thank you.
Tell me.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who is joining us, who has joined us who has joined us in the past, who will join us in the future, and who is here now. Right behind me, I don't know if you can see this background, but there is this picture of a young child laying, sleeping, and there's this funnel that two parents are pouring love into his ear. And this is such an important message where, it's okay. So there you go. There you go. So the parents are pouring to the child and talking about the words of affirmation, words of encouragement. This week I had a chance to reflect deeply on some important topics. One of them is, how do we talk to our children? If you're a parent, or if you have somebody who's a young child, or this is maybe more appropriate for a parent, that there's this study and there's this other social observations when we talk about, when we say to a child, you'll never be good enough, you cannot do anything right. And when you say this to an impressionable kid, this may cause some problems and trauma down the line. And what I also read, which it just stopped me in my tracks, is that when we are abusing, or not we, but when the child is being abused or neglected by parents, the child doesn't stop to love the parents, but the child may stop to love himself or herself. And that deeply affected me. So if you're watching us right now, if you're a parent, how do you talk to your kids? How do you talk to, even if you don't have kids, or if you have another one? I don't know. Do you resonate with this, Nick, what I'm just saying?
Absolutely. Because I was just talking with a friend yesterday, and we were talking about how at that young, vulnerable ages, just how shaped our minds are. Tabula rasa was the old concept, blank slate. And, we come here with our blank slate, if we agree with that school of thought, and we're molded, we're shaped. And our parents have so much to do with that. And our capacity to love depends so much on where we shown love, where we shown. And sometimes you just have to stop, and you have to say, I love me. I love me. And that it's a journey. Love is a journey. You guys all know I've been down that road. I'm still walking it. But, do I feel like even my early childhood affected my capacity to show emotion and to be vulnerable in those times? Absolutely. So it definitely resonated with me. You said it shook you deeply and it affected you. What Why do you think that was, Mark?
Well, I am an impressionable child. I was, maybe I'm an impressionable adult now,
We
but
are. We still are. No, I made that deal when I was 12, never to grow up. I'm still a kid.
such a good deal maker you are. You definitely are a good deal
Not too,
maker.
Not kidding. I really did made that agreement when I was 12 on my great grandmother's front porch swing that I would never grow up. I would never lose my sense of wonder. And I've kept that agreement. So,
You have, and I love that about you, my friend. You're one of those rare people that what you have. So I have two thoughts. Number one, about you specifically, and about something else. Number one, you have a chance. Not only chance, you have the capacity for forgiveness. It seems to me that you have this capacity to forgive others, or
I do.
in another way, to not not to look the other way, but say, okay, well, this happened, let's keep going. This, you
Yep.
don't let hiccups or misunderstandings stop you. And that's what I heard, that's what I sense from you, and this is such an important
Thank
quality.
you.
This is why we are friends.
Thank you.
And you have certainly let me uh forgive you. You have forgiven me more times than I deserve, or should be forgiven, or given grace. So I'm just saying to you, that's one thing. um and second thing
Well, I
is,
exceeded seven
oh, if
times
you know,
70 with you a long time ago.
huh?
I exceeded 7 times 70 with you a long time ago. So you have it too, brother.
Okay, so that's that. And the second part is, if you experienced in your childhood that lack of love that you thought, or that abandonment or trauma, it's your responsibility now as an adult not to continue with that. But, like, stops with me. Say, this stops with me. This
Yes.
cycle of abuse, neglect, whatever it is, unkindness stops with me. I will make sure whatever I can do to the next generation, I will say, I will do whatever I can, but I will not make my children suffer, right? Or I will not make the next generation suffer. And it's a vow. It's like a vow you make. So if you're watching this right now, make that vow with us. Make that that promise, the covenant. Make that covenant with yourself that it stops with you, and you will do the best you can for the next generation. That's all we ask, just for the next one that you have contact with.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. Mark commented about forgiveness. If you need to forgive yourself, now's the time to do it.
Hmm.
So many times we are so angry, and it starts out with blaming others. Well, if they had done this, I had done that. If they had just done this, I could have done this. And that cycle starts. But you get to a point, and friend, you may be there today, where you realize it's always someone else. It's always someone else's, caused this, and you realize that you are that common theme in each of those situations. Guess what? Forgive yourself and let go. Take a big deep breath and let go of that. Let it go, because right now is your opportunity to affect the change that's needed. Right now is your opportunity to get in there and to celebrate the fact that, yeah, you know, I screwed up. I didn't do things I was supposed to, but now's my day. I'll tell you, if you want to go past the barrier that you have set for yourself right now today, forgive yourself first and watch what happens. It's amazing when we forgive ourselves what can happen.
I just want to celebrate. I want to, like, dance. But I'm already dancing once a day. You know what a thing I have discovered? You have to dance when nobody's watching, or when everyone is watching, at least 10 minutes a day. 10
Yes.
minutes a day. And you do it in your kitchen, you do it in your car, you do it in your shower, you do it in your living room, you do it in your front yard, backyard, whatever it is. You dance for 10 minutes. And this is what it's about. Is I have found that if you cannot do 10 minutes of dancing to the music, to the vibe, whatever it is, then is it worth it? What are you doing? So I just came up with this challenge, and I want to invite you. I know you're part of it, Nick.
Let's
If you
do
could
it
dance,
here. Let's broadcast our dances for our Art of Encouragement people so we can encourage them. Yes, me and all my plus size loveliness. I will do it for a week. I will do it for a week. That's 70 minutes of dance, and you'll never have to watch that again. Hey, we got a like on there with that one. Did we get a comment? Let me see here. Oh,
you know,
goodness. Who
so
wants
you
to
know
see that?
this is the best thing I heard today. This is the best thing I heard today. Your plus size loveliness. I will
Love
not make any comment on this. I just say, wow, my friend, I salute you that you are going to pick up on that dance challenge. So if you're watching us today, commit to a 10 minutes a day challenge of dancing. You can film it. Send it to us or post it, to whoever, and just participate, see what happens.
That's it. Eddie McPhail, it's good seeing you as well. And I'm me. Yes, we met at PCI. We met in prison. And this is who I was then, and this is who I'm going to remain being. Eddie, I'm so proud of you and the work you've done. I'm glad. I loved seeing those photos of the caverns, especially. And anyway, good to see you, brother. And we need to get you on here sometime.
Absolutely, yeah. We need all the people that watch us to share the stage with us.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a great speaker, just have to be you. This is what happens with not improv, but improv too, but TEDx. You don't have to be a perfect speaker. You just have to be present. Your idea, story, thoughts, reflections, experiences are needed to be heard by someone. And if you put the barrier and say, hey, I'm not a good speaker, who wants to hear from me? That's your opinion. And what I have found, and you probably seen that as well, Nick, it almost 100% is not entirely true that everybody wants to hear from you. What is the most personal is the most universal. And let the world take you as you are. Why do you have to self-reject before the world rejects you?
Wow. Say that last line one more time for us.
Why do you have to self-reject? I don't even know how to say it. Why do you have to self-reject before the world rejects you? Something like that. You have to watch the tape.
I think that couldn't that be? We are so afraid of vulnerability, Mark. We are so afraid for people to see us in our true selves because we have said, you aren't, you aren't, you aren't, you aren't, you aren't to ourselves so many times. And we forget that even in nakedness, as it were, that the other person's worried so much about their own deformities or whatever they're self-conscious about that they fail to even see the thing that we're the most worried about. It's because we have been made fun of. It's kind of like my talk on why we don't sing anymore. It's because someone said one day, "Hey, don't do that. They're doing it for you on the radio." Or, "Hey, don't." And what probably started off as a ill-intentioned joke shaped who we are. They said, "You don't deserve a microphone. You don't deserve to be heard." And somewhere in our internal dialogue, we accepted that. We accepted that we would never be the singer that was heard on the radio. We would never be the voice or the face of this or that. And so we set ourselves to fail so that when we do, if we do, it doesn't hurt so badly because we say, I told you so. I told you I'd never be able to do that. Told you, Mark, we could never do that.
You're such an artist, my friend. You're an artist, and even in this, you're so good. That's why we do this every week, and we show up rain or shine, sleet or snow or heat. We're here for you, and we'd like to hear from you. Yes. So Nate just wrote something: setting goals and reaching them together.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we're all about. Setting goals, reaching. Thank you, Nate, for always supporting us, always watching,
Yes.
always being there for us. I hope you're
And we're
doing well.
rooting for you. We're rooting for you. You're going to get that yes. You're going to get that breakthrough that you've been waiting for, Nate. I'm so, so proud when I see people that I know are going through it and they're struggling, and yet they're still encouraging other people. That's what it's all about. If anybody has a job for Nate, I have seen him doing all he can do to get a job with our shifting economy, and this sector's needed now while this all of that, the details don't matter. But I'll tell you one thing: Nate has remained positive through an adverse situation. So Nate, good job for how you're handling this. It's a witness to me, it's an encouragement to me. And yes, we do need to set goals and we need to reach them together. I think our dance goal this week is one that we're going to have fun with. 70
You know,
minutes
I,
of,
I want to see the pictures. I want to see the pictures. I want to see the videos. I will put it in. I will share with you, Nick, and I will do it. And I will do it because if you love something, why wouldn't you share it?
that's it. Well, I don't necessarily love dancing. Um, I think I told you
It's
in
the
high
dance of
school.
your heart. It's the dance of your heart. You don't have to dance for performance. It's the music that lives within you, my
Yes,
musician friend, my creative genius friend. It's the music that lives within you. You just let it out. That's all.
the song of our heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
love it. I love it. I'm gonna enjoy this week though, because the song of my heart is to have fun. And I've always got the beat I've got going is usually one that's pretty crazy. So we're gonna have some fun with time signatures too. So if somebody's like, he's not even in time, how did you not know that I was in 1218? Not 4/4, you know? Oh, I'll come up with a time signature that reflects my dance.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but I'm excited to see you dance. And we have such great conversations here.
Ooh.
If you're watching us, why wouldn't you have two, cheerleaders working for you? Whatever your goal is, just put it in the chat. Let us know what it is. We'll, give you some encouragement, maybe some unsolicited advice, maybe invitation to come to the show, whatever it is. You never know what's going to happen. So just tell us so we can support you.
Yeah, what is it that you want to achieve? And do you need to forgive yourself to get there? And then as we started today about our capacity to love, Mark, he really got me with that particular thought because I was just having that conversation yesterday. And that conversation was with a 17-year-old kid who completely has changed his life. He himself was incarcerated, and he's staying here with me for the summer. Um, and it was so cool the way he opened up. His specialty is music and psychology, so we have a lot in common with what his goals are now, and he wants to be a motivational speaker. So at 17, you would think he was in high school, but he's going into his second year of college. And, so despite adversity, despite being let out of incarceration last November, he went from incarceration to college and is now just doing amazing things. I'm so proud of him. And I'm rooting for him, and that's how we root for people. We don't just say it from afar. We're like, hey, come. He said he learned more about the piano the week he was here than he ever had. And I said, well, come back this summer and learn. And you know, just those connections that we have when we open ourselves, when we open our hearts, when we open our lives to people without so many barriers shutting them away. It's what life's all about, folks. And there are going to be days when you don't want to do it, when you don't want to people, and I have those a lot. I'm not peopling today, but there's always a voice that breaks through my own barriers, um, that says there's one more. There's one more. And we've got to be there for that one more. We really do.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thought. Perhaps we should end this here on this note
Sure.
that of doing one more. And don't forget about the dance challenge. 10 minutes of dance, record it or not, but just commit to it. We'd love to hear how it went.
Be yourself and keep going. The world needs you, not who you're looking at and thinking, I need this, I need. World needs you, friend. Let's be the best you can be. And we'll see you right here next week. And hopefully a lot of dancing in between now and then.
Thanks, everyone.